Hi everyone, welcome to the webinar. We are very happy to be here today with our guest speakers from ZDNS and CentralNic to talk about how brand registries operate in China. So let me introduce a little bit more about the speakers today. I'm Heidi Zhang from Markmonitor. I'm the head of Markmonitor China, and I'm also in charge of our APAC relationships. And we also have Sophia Feng from ZDNS. She's the Deputy General Manager, and she's a veteran in domain industry. She has a lot of experience in new GTLDs and registries, registrars, and also ZDNS is a backend service provider. And also Frank Wang from CentralNic. He's the regional sales executive. He has the background of CentralNic, and he also has been in this industry for a very long time. So we're very happy to have them with us today to hear about their thoughts, insights, and ideas about this registry operation in China. So today we're going to go through the registry's operation license in China right now and a very high level guidelines for the MIIT application. And then we will hear from CentralNic and ZDNS about their experience and stories about their in the past almost over 10 years about what happened with their registry operation and how they help their clients bring the registry into China and run their business. And in the end, we're also going to talk about for brand registries, how they can operate and offer domain registrations in China. So the first one, MIIT licensed overview. Since 2017, the new Internet Domain Regulation was published, and then from then, MIIT had a very clear requirement that registries, registrars, if they want to run business in China, they need to have their, we call that license. They need to go through MIIT for the application and apply for the license. So we can see for now, there are altogether 159 licensed TLDs in China, including new GTLDs, CCTLDs, and legacy TLDs. And in all of them, 118 of them are TLD registries from outside of China. And within them, 8 of them are brand TLDs. Here I want to share a little bit more about the registry and brand registry. So registry, when we say registry, we mean new GTLD registries, CCTLD registries, and legacy TLD registries. And for brand registries, we mean the registries that operate their own brand names at top-level domain names. In the new Internet Domain Regulations, no matter legacy TLD or new GTLD or brand TLD, if you want to offer domain name in China, then you have to go to MIIT for the license. That is the very same requirement. Here I have outlined the guidelines, very high-level guidelines, to see how MIIT will review the applications and what is the most important in the application. So you can see from the screen right now, MIIT will look into 3 aspects: business level, technical level, and operational level. All in all, MIIT just want to make sure that the registry has a very clear plan of what it is going to do with the business, with the registrations. So they want to make sure that the registry is very clear about where it is going and what if there is anything happens, and their investment in their technical system and their daily operation. So you can see from the business level, MIIT requires the registry to have a local entity. That means a local company founded in China to support the daily operation. And also, registry has a very clear business plan for 1 year, 3 years, and 5 years to let people know that this registry is very serious about the business, has a very clear path of their business. And then the technical part, it is most strict is the registry have to have their system deployed in the mainland of China, and all the data, especially the personal data, registrants data, need to stay in mainland of China. And also all registries have to do real name verification for all the registrations. And for the operational level, the registry need to have a very dedicated team to committed in the daily operation, the primary contact, technical contact, and admin contact as well. And also registries need to provide a bunch of policy documents, including the registration requirements, abuse policies, compliance policies, etc. I will hand over to Frank from CentralNic to hear about their thoughts and stories.
Thank you very much, Heidi. Hi, everybody. Wherever you join us, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Firstly, I want to introduce myself. My name is Frank Wang. As the regional, I'm living and working in mainland China. I'm mainly responsible for our registry and registrar business activities in Chinese market. Secondly, I want to thank Markmonitor for providing me with this opportunity to share some of my experience in Chinese market as a registry backend provider. So without further ado, let's start. Yeah, this is the mission statement of CentralNic Registry. As CentralNic Registry, we are the leading company of providing registry backend services. We act as a bridge between registry and registrar clients. We're using our technology know-how to provide automatic registry platforms for stable, reliable, and secure systems to fix all kinds of TLDs. What I mean by all kinds of TLDs, you can find it, the answer, next page. And as you can see, the different registries have different purpose and different functionalities. For example, our top registry clients are .xyz registry, .radix, .softdot, and Intercap, and the ZDNS. And there are also some single TLD registries, such as and for those TLDs that is open for the general public to register their TLDs all over the world. And with the accredited registrars, people can register it anywhere. And in the second category will be the .brand registries. And for example, in our platform, we have .smart, .bmw, .dhl, .lidos, and .mini, etc. And those .brand registries are mainly big corporates, and those TLDs are not open for the public. Those companies are using them for various purposes. Mainly is to protect their online brand image and invest as a digital asset. For those CCTLD, if you can see in the bottom, there's the third category of TLDs are the CCTLDs. Those two letters, the TLDs, are symbol of each different countries. For example, .am is Armenia, .bh is Burhan, and .gl is Greenland. And if you can see in the last one is with Arabic, that which means is IDN TLD with Arabic format. If your company want to apply IDN brand TLDs in the second run opening, say in Chinese, Japanese, Arabic, or another different language characters, CentralNic can support them all. And if you can see from the right-hand side, the pie chart, which indicates that the moment from last Friday, which is indicate that CentralNic Registry has the 46.8% market share worldwide compared to all the registry backend providers. And if you can see in the next page, that will be bring out my next spreadsheet. Why you choosing using CentralNic Registry? As you can imagine, what you can see is what you get. We are the leading registry service provider. Our registry and the registrar partners are the big players in the domain industry. We have over 28 years experience in the market, and we have entered trades market for the last 10 years. We built our own registry systems with multiple industry certificates like ISO, IEC, and we do have information security, quality, and business continuity, business management certificates from England. We work with AWS and offer API to connect with registrars all over the world. We also offer Registry Console, which is a secure web-based portal providing real-time access to registration data that is also both for registry and registrar clients. We offer key account manager for all registry clients. Whenever you have any issues, you can find the right person directly and in timely to help you to solve those problems. And if you can see in the next page, what are the benefits if you have applied .brand TLDs in the second run? And that will be mainly helping you to protect your brand image from competitors and different and also counterfeiters online. And it can help your brand to differentiate from your competitors. You can also build your new online marketing strategy around this new .brand TLDs. Then you can also apply new trademarks for it. .brand TLD is a new .brand TLD provides more direct approach image for customers from customers' point of view, with online marketing traffic will go to your own website directly rather than using the third-party research engine like Google and Baidu. And if your .brand TLD is an ID extension, it will also easier for your target audience to find you online. It speeds up your localization process and to target the right country's audience. And if you can see, that is some few points that you have to keep in mind. And before any action, there are 3 points that you can keep in mind. First one is the cost. The application fee of ICANN second run is $227,000 US, and that is only cover the application itself, not the yearly fee once you became granted approved as an operator for the .brand TLD. And the yearly fee is not announced yet, so a wild guess from myself, it will be around $4,000 per year, $4,000 US per year. And if you are unable to build your own registry backend systems, then backend provider is a must, which is also called RSP, like CentralNic Registry and ZDNS. We are capable of helping you, and we all have the certificates as a RSP in the second run opening. And our fee is not fixed, so it's depending on individual application of TLDs. If you are interested, please contact us after the webinar. And a third-party SQL provider is mandatory for all costs. For cost, there will be between $4,000 to $6,000 per year. And if you want to establish a company in China, there also be a cost as to set up a company in China. And you have 2 options. First one is you invest as a wholly owned company, and you can run the registry in China. And firstly, you have to apply for the MIIT license. And after that, you have to work with local registrars and also the local data export providers. And the second option will be you grant all the TLD related, let's say, license or authorizations to the local company in China. And because it varies depending on the situations and depend on TLDs, and the cost may be different. Also, I can request a base level of abuse monitor to occur even your registry is a .brand TLD and operates a closed namespace. You also need to be aware of ICANN's application requirements, and those also have to be monitored by abuse. And for timing, there are 2 times that you have to keep in mind. First one is the release of application book. That will be around May next year. And once the book has been published, we can all follow the conditions and the requirements to prepare all the things that they need and they ask. And also the application submission date, which has been scheduled in year 2026, the second quarter. So the estimated open window will be 6 months. And the last one will be the budgeting, because the application window will be open in year 2026. So next year will be the good timing to set up the budget. And from my suggestion, if you have the budget set, make a 20% more added to the budget. So just in case you have overspent. And the partners, for companies or for the registries, they want to outsourcing all their application process. There are consulting companies that can help you to do that. And the Markmonitor, CentralNic Registry, and ZDNS all capable of doing this. And RSP, like I said, CentralNic Registry and ZDNS all have the license for RSP. And if you are looking for a data export provider internationally, there will be a company called CentralNic and NCC. They all have this kind of services. For compliance and consulting business or services, the market, they have some company called ZDNS and IQ.global. They all offer compliance consulting services. And for .brand registrars, Markmonitor, CentralNic, we have a brand called Brand Shelter, and ZDNS. They are capable of helping you to do as a .brand registrar. And my last page, that will be some facts happening in China, and there will be also my last question: why choosing China? Why you want to enter the Chinese market? And those reports are internet developments in Chinese market. And if everybody remember, I will talk about this in 4 dimensions. First one will be the population. I will not go through all the 4 dimensions in detail, so I will pick 1 or 2 from each sections. First one will be the population. Everybody knows that China has 1.4 billion population, and we have 1.1 billion internet users. That's almost 80% of the population are internet users. And if you can see the second line, that's 1.3 billion users. That's between age from 6 to 17 years old. And those youngsters have dominant number of 97.2%, which means 90.72% of Chinese kids are using internet every day. And if you are remember when is the first iPhone released, the answer will be the 9th of January, year 2007, by Steve Jobs during the Mac World Conference. And that will be exactly 17 years ago. So this generation was born with iPhone as a toy, and using internet is in their blood. And for internet infrastructures, and I will pick up the 5G network stations. Since Huawei released this technology, in China, we have built 3.3 million network stations to empower the user experiences. And also, I want to pick up the green energy. And China has spent a lot of effort to building green energies, such as windmills, or in wind and water power stations, and solar power stations. And there's already the market for 54.4% of the total energy consumption. And in the technology side, I want to illustrate the 6G because there's also a new technology developed by the satellite communication. And if everybody knows Elon Musk, they have a company called Starlink, and they're using satellites as an intermediary to make phone calls anywhere in the world and give you internet access. And in China, we have the same technology, and that's released by the government. And there's also satellite communication networks. If you are using a Huawei mobile phone, you can actually register these functions and turn it on by your local ISP provider, and you can use your phone to make the satellite call. And the last one will be the economy. I will indicate the last page. The last one will be the total growth of the economy in China. Last year was 5.2% in total. China is the second largest economy in the world after United States of America, and we can every year make a rate of growth around 5%. And this year, after first 3 quarters, we have done 4.8% of growth last year, and the total estimation of this year will be also over 5%. So China is also a big market to all kinds of businesses. So that will be the end. And if you can turn the last page, you can see my contact details. And thank you very much. Stay with me in the end. And that will be the end of my presentation. My email and my phone number are there. You can record it and contact me later. Also, if you have any questions, there's a QA section in the end. And the last page, please. Thank you, and see you.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you very much for the sharing. We know it's a very important role for CentralNic to play in this sector, and thank you for sharing the very detailed information about the next round. And also, it's about the domain market potentials in China. We see that the data, the number, is very exciting, and I guess that is also the reason why so many registries want to come to China to get a license. And also, in China, we have a big number of active internet users. So that is also one of the drive for the brand TLD registries want to come to China to make it available for their clients, partners, and employees. So next, let's welcome Sophia Feng to share their experience because ZDNS have multiple roles to play in the sector, and they also have helped a lot of registries and brand registries to get their license.
Hi everyone, this is Sophia Feng, and I'm the Deputy General Manager from ZDNS. I started working for domain industry since 2012, and I'm in charge of the domain name business sectors in ZDNS. And actually, I actively participated in the first round of new GTLD applications program, and helped many brand TLD to obtain their TLD accreditation, and also operating since then for more than 10 years. So today I'm very happy to share ZDNS experience in helping the domestic TLDs and also international TLDs to enter in Chinese market and operates in Chinese market. So I thank Markmonitor for this great opportunity. Next slide, please. Just brief introduction about ZDNS. So ZDNS, the full name for ZDNS is Internet Domain Engineering System Research Center, Ltd. ZDNS is a high-tech company that incubated by the Chinese Academy of Science. And the team members of founder team are originally from the CM registry operator, CentralNic. Actually, we have more than 20 years of experience in registry operators business. So we founded in 2013, and for the past 10 years, we have developed our registry service as to help all the TLD to operating their TLD successfully. And also, we are a brand registrar, helping a lot of big corporates to manage their domain portfolio. And also, we ourselves also ran 2 TLDs, which is Direct and Defense. And also, our mother company is operating IDN Chinese IDN TLD, which is the website in Chinese IDN. So as you can see, we're fully participating in whole domain name ecology and industry, and providing up-to-date services for our clients to be able to meet all their needs. So next slides, please. So as Heidi has mentioned, that with the MIIT requirements in a very high level, I think first of all, with a business plan, I think this is quite clear. And at second, with the technical deployment, I would like to elaborate a little bit more. So the technical deployment is very crucial requirements for the MIIT accreditations. Just for the cybersecurity requirements and also the data protection requirements in China mainland. In the technical deployment, we need to make sure all the data, with the registration data and also with the real verification data, they need to store and transfer and transact in China mainland with the policies requirements. In order to be able to meet the ICANN technical requirements and also the MIIT compliance requirements, the ZDNS has built our technical solution, being able to meet both requirements and help our clients to have a registry service technical solution successfully built up. So basically, if you are an entity that is a Chinese entity, they want to operate a TLD, most of the Chinese entity would choose a Chinese local backend, such as like a ZDNS. We fully operate in China, but we also be able to provide service globally with the customer support. If you are an entity that operates outside of China, and then you already have a global backend. That means with this technical solution, ZDNS will work together with your global backend to build up the integration, be able to meet the requirements and have both backends store the equivalent data. So we call this solution a dual registry backend solution. So with these solutions, all the Chinese registrar will integrate with the ZDNS platform, and ZDNS platform will integrate the global backend. In this way, we'll be able to register the domains in compliance and also be able to use the domains with the MIIT ICP licensing. That means that is a legal website to be able to build within China region. And also all the Chinese internet users be able to access to that website. So basically, this is the general high-level description of how this dual register backends works. And there's many details in this solution if you're interested, and we be able to probably discuss it more later on. So let's go to the next slide, please. Thank you. Okay, as Heidi mentioned, if you first need to have a Chinese entity, and for our experience with the brand TLD, most of the companies probably already have subsidiaries and entities already set up in China mainland, so that you need to make sure that you will fully cooperate with this local entity, have the staff be able to help to assist with the application program, be able to fully go through the process smoothly. And then if you were generic TLD operators, our experience find out they first need to figure out whether they want to establish and set up and wholly owned subsidiaries within China, and also have the person to doing the business developments in China mainland. Once you have the entity set up, ZDNS, what ZDNS will do is we will help you go through all the license application program, and also we provide the technical backend verification services, be able to serve the needs for the technical deployment. And once we obtain the MIIT licensing, the MIIT license will need to be renewed every 5 years. So that means after the applications and also during the operation, there are also some compliance items and also random compliance inspections will happen by MIIT bureaus that will also lead to continuous compliance consultation provided by ZDNS. In general speaking, that ZDNS will take care of all the compliance items and issues that deal with MIIT. So the registry would need to work with us to provide necessary documentations. So we want to make sure we want to make this process as simple as possible and smooth as possible for the registry clients that want to enter China. So next slide, please. So this is a high level of MIIT license application process. So as you can see that it's a lot of details in the process, actually a very streamlined and a little complicated process as well. You can compare it with the mini icon application process, but maybe less work. At the moment, we estimate the time for a registry to obtain the MIIT license after they submitted all the materials, approximately 6 to 9 months. And depending on whether it meets some China holidays, that time might extend it a little bit more. Next slide, please. ZDNS has already helped 60 TLDs already obtain the MIIT licensing to operate in China, including 10 brand TLDs. Most of them are Chinese brands, but also with international brands like JP Morgan's and the Chase. It also helps 360 TLDs and also 47 new TLDs. And those TLDs mostly want to conduct business in China and attract as many registration as possible. So at the moment, with all these clients that we helped all through these years, we already have 5.29 million second-level domain under management in our platform. Our platform has operating for more than 12 years and has been working very smoothly. We hope that in the near future, we'll be able to have more TLDs in our platform as the second round is also coming to place, maybe in 1.5 years. So next slide, please. So I want to also share our experience with helping one of the key brands that's obtaining all the accreditation and be able to operating successfully in China. So Citigroup is a multinational corporates investing in many areas, and they're very big in finance and constructions and also cultural kind of investments. And Citigroup has more than 1,000 subsidiaries. In 2012, they decided to apply for the CITIC and the Zhongxin, which is their equivalent Chinese IDN brand. And in 2013, shortly after they got the icon application approved, we helped them to obtain their MIIT licensing. And after 6 months, they got the approved. So that's why in 2014, they started to use group.citic as the city's official websites. And actually, they are the first company to replace their main.com site with the brand. And so it's quite significant at that time. They also use very good names like C.citic for the Citic Cloud platform official websites. So if you can see that before they use these two TLDs, their domain portfolios are in the screen and the left side. All the domains portfolios are quite mixed up. So you can't really see very clear whether it's actually a city's brand's name, a brand's domain. So if after they have used the TLDs, they have named all their subsidiaries and business with very united domain names with the city and Zhongxing. So you can see that it's very clear for their online identity and very unified online brands appearances. Next slide, please. So since then, they have been actively use their TLD domains actively. At the moment, they have 320 domains under management used by more than 100 subsidiaries for Dacitic. And for sales and marketing, promotion of group business, media communication, customer maintenance, etc. You can see that they're very creative, or how to say, very united with the name they are using. If they have a child company, they will name the child company's sectors and also with all the business and introduce to the relations with that business unit and with the brands. Next slide, please. So after they have been used for 10 years, Citigroup has valued their TLDs as a digital brand assets and as online appearances. And second of all, they also give all the websites and domains that build websites with the Dacitic brand certified identity. For example, if you see the C Dacitic, they also get a certificate to demonstrate they're actually part of Citigroup because they be able to use the Dacitic and TLDs. So it's verified websites from the Citigroup. In the end, I think they use the Dacitic and the Zhongxing not actually just as a TLD. They use it as a management mechanism and also the Grab be able to manage their online brand appearances in a unified way. So now they also use this kind of mechanism and this systematic usage to prove they have the right protections for Citigroup's brands. For example, previously, before they used the TLD, they are not able to prove that actually some malicious abuse domains are not related with the Citigroup. But now, after they have built up this TLD in the very systematic and unified way, they'll be able to prove all the other domains, which is not Dacitic and Zhongxing, are not related with their core brands. So I think this is eventually they make a 5 years and 10 years plan and 15 years plan to build up their digital brand identity with the continuous efforts. For next 5 years, what they are going to do is they can also give up some of those other domains under management, which is not their brand TLD. I think that's a very big step, but with their efforts to build their own TLD, I think eventually it's very cost saving and also that actually makes sense for them to do. I think that's my sharing for today. If you have any questions, in the last page, you have website, you have emails, and you can, which is not in this website, these slides, but maybe Heidi can provide my emails and contact information later on if anybody wants to discuss more. Thank you.
Thank you, Sophia. Thank you for sharing with us about the dual backend registry platform model, which have helped a lot of registries to come to China and get their license. And also thank you very much for sharing the Dacitic case study. That is very helpful and enlightening. So we also have the last topic. It's about the challenge for brand registries to operate in China, because even brand registries, they have their license in hand. Before they can offer brand registrations, there is still something they need to do before launch. For example, to find the right partner to work with. We can call that brand registrar. brand registrar, we can divide them into retail registrar or brand registrar, because retail registrar, they are registration volume driven. So probably they will not want to work with a brand TLD because the registration volume is very low. And also for brand registries, they may have a lot of different registration policies, requirements, and different way of paying. So that is going to be a challenge for brand TLDs. So I want to ask Sophia, so when it comes to CentralNic, what did they do to find the brand registrar and how they work with registrar?
Sure. So I just want to make clear one thing with ICANN policies. If you're a brand registrar, if you sign the specification 13 for the registry agreement, you are qualified to use only one registrar to register your domains, and which is make totally sense, because for the brand, they don't want to have 10 or 20 registrars to be able to open it to the internet users. So what Citigroup is do, they chose ZDNS as their registrar just to be compliant with the ICANN rules. Just make sure that everybody understand that ICANN rule is that you need to have a registrar to be able to register your domains. So if you're a registry, you cannot distribute it more than 100 domains by the registrars. I think in this sense, Markmonitor is also a registrar, and also I think CentralNic also, and ZDNS as well. You can just choose one registrar that the one that worked with, be able to meet that requirement.
Yeah, thank you. And also I want to add that if a brand registry only can work with only one registrar, if you want to offer your brand domain names in China, then probably you need to work with a Chinese registrar, because it's very important to have to work with MIIT licensed registrar. Is there anything else you want to add, Frank?
From my side, because CentralNic registry have no entity in Chinese market, so we cannot offer such services in China. But from outside China, we do have this kind of license, and we have a sister company called Brand Shelter. They're also doing like a brand registrar services. If you want to enter the Chinese market, the best partner you are looking for is Markmonitor and ZDNS.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Sophia. And that is all for the sharing today. For joining us. Bye.